it's like, wait, I could get a free mobile plan every single month? What? That doesn't even, that sounds fake. And it does, because, I mean, try to say that to somebody in the US. Oh, you want to get a free mobile plan? Sign here. Okay, well, what else is attached to that? So they have to go from it's too good to be true to no, it's so good it can't be ignored. That's at least their wordage that they're using. So it's got to be like, no, for real, it's real. Look, here's a 60-second onboarding, which was announced, right? Sign in with your email, and I think you either do the email and a PIN, and then you can immediately hit cloud mining, and then within 60 seconds, you're going to see, oh, wow, it's mining ETN. It does work. And then if you install it on your phone, I think he told me about a week or two later, then you go and then you fill out you do the selfie and you do all the other stuff. But it's really important for that 60-second onboarding, because a lot of people were doing it and it was taking forever, and they just kind of either gave up or they just started to not believe it because it just started to take so long that they didn't see, like, well, when do I start earning, right? So again, obstacle overcome. So
yeah, see, that's very, not only that, that's very wise.
Yeah.
The boarding process was definitely cumbersome, and even Richard says that it was nowhere near where they needed it to be, and so I do give them credit for acknowledging that and coming up with something. And I've tried, I have a few employees. I'm like, hey, check out this app, and they gotta go. We'll do it. But if they could just do it and set it up, go, you put your email in, press go. And, over the next few days, they start to see things happening. When that week period comes up, they're like, well, I got coins. I got to fill out the form. I gotta be able to collect those coins. It's sort of like, I go to Walgreens all the time, and I go in there and purchase, and I put my whatever on the counter. And the first thing the lady goes, you have a rewards card? I'm like, oh, yes. So I punch in my phone number, and she goes, you have $5. I go, really? Out of all the money I spent here, I got $5 finally, huh? And she goes, would you like it credited? I was, yeah. So, but, it's the same type of thing. And they used to make you have to have the card and all this stuff, and then they realized, just put in your phone number, make it easy on people, and they'll participate.
Exactly.
And if you make it complicated, you're going to lose out on 60-75% of the people, because a lot of people don't want to be bothered, and it's got to fit into their life. So I do give kudos for that, because that was something that I have found. I've introduced it to 5 or 6 people here, and none of them finished the setup. And I keep trying to tell them, get it set up. None of them have gone out of their way to do it. And that's going to fix that problem.
Exactly. It does. It fixes it. Because they see it works. It's not what? It's not too good to be true. It's not annoying, which it is. So, yeah, I mean, again, that's just they listen to the community. When they run into a problem, they do whatever they have to do to fix it. And that's what you want to see. It's not about, well, why don't we have 100 million users? Why aren't they mass marketing? Well, they're not mass marketing because they're still doing the trial phase, so that way when everything's done, once all those problems are solved, they can start adding more users from maybe different mobile operator, whatever, and maybe they run into a couple more obstacles, but less, and then they fix those, and then they add another one, and then this one, it's like only one obstacle, and then next time there's no obstacles. Yeah, now you can start with those 100 million or 50 million and the mass marketing, because now you're like, you know what? We're almost at the level where we're pretty solid. And that's, I feel like that's obvious, but apparently it's not obvious, and it kind of has to be said that there's a reason why mass marketing has not started, because they're not at the level to even support that yet. If you want them to succeed, which most of the people who are into Electroneum want them to succeed, more likely than not, just so that it goes to ETN $1, right? Or 1 moon. If you want them to succeed, from talking to Richard, they know what they're doing. We can now see it, just like Dino and I have just laid it out. They know what they're doing. It's step by step. Does it suck? Yes. Is it slow? Yes. This isn't going to be a quick, oh, we're going to shoot up to 50 cents. It's not going to really work like that. It's going to take time. And then one day, will we be recognized? Yes, we will. Will the price go up? Yes, it will. But until then, we need to do everything right. It has to be right. You can't just rush this stuff. If you rush, you're finished.
Not if you want a permanent product and a an organization that's going to withstand time.
Yeah. Yeah. You want Electroneum to be there in 10 years. I mean, unless you have your castle and your dragons that you're driving. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of silly. Electroneum, if you truly believe in it, and you want it, even if it's to get rich, whatever, you want it to not die in 5 years. You want it to be there in 10, 20, 30 years. You want it to be an actual brand, just like Samsung's been around for a long time. That's what you want. You want a name that everybody knows, or at least hundreds of millions of people know. Maybe not billions, but hundreds of millions. That's what you want. That's what they're going to do. And I'm extremely confident. I'm not an ETN shill. I truly believe, because I know how business works for the most part, and Dino probably definitely knows how it works. Probably definitely. I like to say that. You have to go step by step. You can't rush into stuff. I just feel like they're doing it the right way. That's my opinion. This isn't financial advice.
Of course not. Let me ask you. I saw the last few days the South African Twitter page, or what was it? And Twitter. They were starting to have some pictures, and it looked like they were actually bringing folks there to help small communities to start to see Electroneum, the building is painted blue, and they turned it into the Electroneum poster on the outside, except it here, and it was a little mart, and to start to show people, and at first I was like, how much can they, impact? But then I thought, if you took a community and you set it all up, and they're all interacting, and you have a model of one particular community that's interacting and trading and buying at the store, and it's an ETN, and it becomes like a showcase of what can happen down the road. I'm like, yeah, it's actually pretty smart.
Very smart.
And I'm thinking to myself, that's very bright. Because not only is it helping Electroneum and all the folks that have invested into the coins, not into Electroneum. And I try to explain this to all the people. You don't own Electroneum. You own the coins, which is the fuel that runs the blockchain. You have, you're helping this community to do something that's out of the box, and if it's successful and they're making money and doing a gig thing, and then all of a sudden their life is changing a bit, well, take a look at that, and then you can do that also. And exactly. I thought it was actually very smart.
I do too. I actually wouldn't be surprised if secretly there's a documentary being filmed, another one. I don't even know what happened to that. Remember, there was one like 2 years ago, or a year ago, or whatever it was. I don't know what happened, but I have a feeling, and he didn't tell me anything. But because this all came out after the filming, because just so everybody knows, the filming was, I don't even remember I think it was March 25th. That's when part 1 and 2 were filmed. So the South African Twitter and all that stuff, that was all way after. So. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I think, because I was thinking that too, I think there's going to be a small, very small, maybe 7-minute documentary or whatever over time, and it's going to show how it literally started to spread it. More and more people were using it in different shops in different ways, and if they do that, even if they don't, even if they just stick with the pictures, I in my gut, I feel that they are doing that video documentary.
It would be a lost opportunity if they didn't. I sure hope they did.
Sort of, for the first time.
If not, they need to hire you and me to come up with these ideas for them.
I would like to. But that really would show people, because you know there's stupid comments like, well, I can't even buy a coffee with ETN. Okay, do you really want to? No, because everyone wants ETN $1, so no one spends a dime. But so to see these people who don't care about ETN $1, they care. I get around $3. Actually, they're getting $3 a month that I can use. I can use it on my mobile data, or if I have the unlimited. If I don't, well, this shop has, or they accept ETN. They accept ETN. My friend has an ETN thing, so we can trade. So if you can show that and show literally a small community, a couple dozen people using it in like a village or a town or whatever, and to me, it's like that's what this is about. It's about these people are unbanked. I almost want them to be like, "Do you have a bank account?" And they're like, "No." But you just bought something, and the person on the other side just received it, and to show like, okay, you're buying that, boom, boom, and they just got the payment. Like, come on, like that's crazy. I hope. And I hope that they do those. I hope they do pockets. I hope they do that in different regions. And then let's say by January 1 of 2020, they're able to show us 3 different communities from different places in the world, and combine these little documentaries and be like, look at what we've done in a year. There's these 3 communities, and this is just my example. There's these 3 communities, and they're all using ETN. They're spending ETN in their community. They're all unbanked, and they're all buying stuff, physical stuff, and in their little towns or in their little villages. And that's part of what Electroneum's trying to do, and to showcase that, to literally show that. I think that's pretty big.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
It's exciting.
No, I noticed that he was talking about those 3 things too. Let's see here. First one we touched upon, which was the 60-second onboarding.
Yeah.
The next one, I'm going to get to the push last. The next one was the fiat values conversion. And this is, I have a feeling, will be very important. Because right now it is a very manual system to kind of figure out everything, and to have the app to be able to, you know, make that transfer, you know, how much it is, and this is the ETN, and then you can then boop and send it, and do that based on the region or the fiat of your local currency.
Right.
It would be simple, and it's not, from my experience, that type of thing is not a massive undertaking by any stretch of the imagination to be able to add that to the front end of the phone. So I think that's ease of use is really important to start making it more friendly, instead of it being a tech gadget and you got to hold on, I got to divide by 2 and do that. That it just works. It flows. Like, this is what I want, and ding, you know, and it does it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly, because if you look, because there's a graphic, and I'll show it on when I do my video. I'll pull it up. It's on Twitter also. Basically, I flipped it because right now, like if you were to buy something with ETN, and let's say it's 1,100 ETN or 11,000 ETN, whatever. So I'll say, you know, 11,000 ETN, and then very tiny under, it'll say, I think it says like around or approximately $19 or whatever. So basically, it sounds like it kind of already does that, but it's going to be flipped, where it's like, no, you're about to pay $19, and it's going to cost, you know, it's equal to 11,000 or whatever. So it sounds like it's not, like you said, it's not all that tough, but because they have so many different languages and all that kind of thing, that's what makes it a little bit more work. But the most work's that push notifications. But the fiat value, I really like that, because right now when you put an order in for Cora merch, for me on my end, this is why I like it. I don't care about you people. I'm just kidding. But but on my end, when I get like someone, you know, just paid, I see, like, let's say I'll see 5,700 ETN. What the hell does that even mean? I don't know what that is. So then I have to take the, you know, I have to be like, okay, well, it was 57.21. Go to the calculator. Okay, flip that little arrow so it's the thing. Oh, okay, it was $26. Oh, But now, once they have that, it's just going to be like, you got $26. So, oh, cool. So I like that. And I actually months ago, this was last June, actually. Last June, before we had like instant payment or all these other things, I can't remember what I was doing, but I made like a couple different mock-ups of the app. And that's how I showed it, where it's like, well, no, we're not going to show you we're going to show you the ETN, but not very small, but it's small. We're going to mainly show you the fiat value because that's what we're used to. I'm not used to going into like my grocery store and being like, oh, it's going to be 1600 ETN, and that's good. Like I don't know what that even means. So it just makes sense. And again, that's something that they learned from the trial in South Africa about well, how much is this equal to? And I think they figured that out for what, when you're on the unlimited and you're about to pay. Right now, it shows you the ETN value. They don't know what that is because the price changes. So it's going to say, it costs you $2, and it would say approximately, or maybe not even approximately, it might be real time, a ETN amount under that. That's much better because now there's no like, what was that saying? Oh, calculator, and this too much, again, cumbersome, sort of like the current onboarding process, too many steps right away. When you see something like that, it's kind of like, Jesus, every time I got to convert it to know if I have enough. So this way, it's so much better showing the fiat value. They're doing a lot of good stuff. It's just cool. It really is, especially to get the exclusive update. That's pretty cool.
I agree. Well, is there anything else you wanted to add that I forgot about the conversation?
No, I think we really covered the most important thing, and that is, well, one of the things, as you said, you don't own the company, you own the coin. So you're not a shareholder, you don't really have a say. But it doesn't mean that they don't listen. They are actively listening. They know where their problems are. They know where they're doing things well. When there's a problem, they will make it right. They will overcome that obstacle. We've seen that time and time again. They don't manipulate the price, nothing like that. It's a solid project that's actually doing things that we can literally point to. We've all used the cloud miner. Anybody that's either gone on Core Merch or ETN Academy or ETN Marketplace or ETN Bazaar, there's a lot of them now, and paid with ETN, you use the instant payment. So there's a number of things, and in about 2 weeks, we're going to have the Gig Guru site. So there's a number of things that we literally can point and touch. It would be touching if you're using a mobile device to purchase something. You hit that QR code and you hit pay, confirm. So there's literally a number of things that we can physically touch that are products that came from Electroneum, so that we can say they are doing something. They didn't just announce things like other cryptos, and it's like, well, where are they? What are they doing? Well, the price went up. You can't really go by price right now. You got to go by progress. That's how this is going to work.
It's true. A lot of the other coins, they spend a lot of money to market not the coin, but to pump and hype up stuff that doesn't even exist. Just to get people to purchase, and oh, that's nice and shiny, and I gotta go over here and get that, and oh, wait, well, that one's nice and shiny, I want this one, and it's the same money going back and forth, and the people that aren't paying attention, it's dwindling on them, and the other guys are making it. And
then people see that, and then they're like, oh shoot, I better go buy some. I'm gonna send Coinbase, and I'm gonna go here. It's like, holy crap! It's not. There's other things. If you miss out, it's gonna be okay, because they're probably not gonna release a product. And if they do, that's good. They should, because that's what they promised. So it's like, I don't know. I really do believe that now, that's not to say like don't own other cryptos. You could do whatever you want. But for me, and I do own other cryptos, but out of all of them that I own, I really do believe in Electroneum, because I I have a couple businesses that incorporated it, and it works. It's just, I don't know. It works. That's the thing. It works, and we can use it. And it's not going to go away. It's only going to get better. Yeah, and it's a solid team, and they have a really good CEO. That's really it. That's really all I got to say.
Awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate you getting together with me. I just wanted to ask those questions, see your thoughts on it, and see what else there may have been. I have high hopes for Electroneum, and
Yes.
as you guys who watch my show know, I believe that that they're building an actual organization, and it's not just a blockchain. It's an actual product, and there's a big difference. So go Electroneum. I appreciate you spending some time with me tonight, Tyler, and
Thank you.
and just hanging out and answering some questions that I had. Appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. All right.
Bye, guys.